Got a bit of like a peak going on my hair. There we go. So, a week to go, and we're actually less ahead as we was last week. Yeah. So the wood's been taken out and is now in two pieces in the back of the car. Needs to be screwed back together. However, I've got one of these now, bud. I've got one of these. I'm crossing my face. Yeah, look that quality filming here, bros. But so I got an inflatable chair. I made a little video on that. Don't know if I released it because it was just me walking around a shop just looking at camping material. I mean, we've actually gone back. I've got a week left. It's Friday today. I'm working tomorrow. I wasn't going to be working tomorrow. I was going to be building the car. But now I'm working tomorrow. So I won't be. I need to hold the camera steady. Jesus. I need to hold this camera steady. Ah! How am I going to film good if my camera's like this all the time? So that's not very good. And, yeah. Even more bad news. Yeah, I like some bad news, me. Roof bars, I ordered them. I said about that in the last video. Got a message from the seller saying there was an error and they couldn't source any. So there's no roof bars now, which is a complete buzzkill. Which is just, it ain't good. So well, I'm a bit stuck really. Got to make some to fit, I suppose. I cannot find any for this car, any genuine ones or anything to buy. I mean, I found some like up north, but not the north I'm going, like the opposite north to where I'm going. So that's a pain in the backside. I do have a tow bar. That kit came. That was quite expensive, and it was actually a really nice kit. It had a whole lot in it, which is really cool. Job to fit. It was like a 3-hour job, so that's a bit of that was annoying. So I'm shaking the car now, so it's shaking the camera. So I've got to be really still. Oh, so the car's racked up a nice bill. That went in to be all checked up and serviced for the trip. So, yeah, and had its issues fixed. So the CV joints and the drive shaft, that's been changed. That's all nice. That's looking good now. There was also, it needed a drop link for the anti-roll bars. That had worn out, so we got a new one of them on there now. Obviously, the tow bar's all in now. All the bars are bolted onto the chassis and runs along behind the bumper. And actually, one thing that was mentioned is my car's now going to be stronger. So if I get rear-ended, the rear bar's going to absorb some of the punt. That's quite nice to know. Tow bar sticks out quite a bit, actually. I'm not sure on it. The tow bar looks alright. I do think it looks cool without it. But, you know, we did get away. Didn't have too much cut out the bumper. Had a little bit cut out, but it was underneath, so it's all good. Yes, oh yeah, 2 new tyres. The rear tyres were a bit worn, so 2 new tyres. Yes, it's racking up a bit of a bill. Gearbox oil was changed. The gearbox system's kind of still a little bit there, but it's definitely a lot better than it was, so that's good news. Yeah, so as far as reliability is concerned, I'm sure it's ready for the trip. To be fair, this car's pretty reliable. I'm not too worried. It's more the fact it had all these problems before the trip and it's going to be carrying a lot of weight. So yeah, I can now put a trailer, which is awesome. Well, once I get the wiring sorted. The camera is shaking because I'm moving the car. This isn't good. I want to record this trip really, really well. Like, really, I want to make it look like it's got high production value. I want to make it look good. Have lots of B-roll. I want to make it look good. I want to make it look, you know, lots of B-roll. I want to make it a good vlog. But if I'm sitting here shaking the camera about, I say not a lot has happened. Actually, a lot has happened. The car's now fixed, serviced, ready to go. So as far as the car's concerned, all it needs now is the interior and the roof bars. I think that's pretty much it. I've decided I'm not buying a solar panel for this trip. As much as it will look ridiculous having a solar panel on the bonnet, that ain't for this trip because there's power up there. I just don't need it. There's no point spending money on something I don't need. But that will be on the next trip. So the next trip after that, there'll be some videos of me wiring it up and doing that. So that's something to look forward to if you want to see that. If you think this trip is good, I mean, obviously you won't know till I've done it, and I won't know till I've done it whether it ends up being a good set of videos. Then something to look forward to, innit? So I'll definitely be doing the solar panel on the car, on the bonnet sort of thing, or the hood, but not for this trip. I just don't need it. I'm not going to spend 100+ quid to do that when I don't need to. I'm saving that money. I still owe money for the for the car being done and other bits like that. It's become that point of the video. I don't know what I'm doing because I haven't achieved enough to feel like I've done a video worthwhile. But yeah, I bought a sofa thing.